still the basic foundation is still Singapore very focused on that. Like even my daughter, right? Of course, a lot of people complain why your daughter goes school so early. Singapore education is scary good. I have to use the word scary good. Like I have to say that because not because I live here long enough. Of course, when you live here, you have to learn the history about country and a lot about this country to start understand the heritage and the culture and the rich from the belief system that they have. One thing that I like about Singapore, especially Singaporean way of raise up the generation is they care a lot about solid knowledge, right? So because we let's compare in general about like west side and east side about confidence, right? In the west, you guys just fake it until you make it, and it worked.
All about talking.
Yeah, and it's worked in the past. Don't get me wrong, it's worked in the past. But now people start realize that you cannot just keep talking without evidence, without proving, without show like solid that you know what you're talking about, right? Like you can go to the crowd and you start talk a lot now, and people start have education because thanks to internet. Internet make people smarter for them to realize are you just air or you know what you're talking, right? So because of that, for me the CEO of TikTok conversation it just blow my mind because he really show exactly how uh, this country being groom talent. Of course, he go US study, he go UK, he go other country as well. But still, the root from education is still the basic foundation is still Singapore very focused on that. Like even my daughter, right? Of course, a lot of people complain why your daughter go school so early and study so much. She just done her study only like 15 minutes before Denise come and we start the show, and now she go to bed. But the suffer now, I don't want to use the word suffer, but yeah.
But Chinese we have a word it's called 先苦后甜. It means you have the bitter now,
yeah,
and then you have the sweet later.
Yeah, Vietnamese we also say the same.
I think you have quite a few sayings that are quite similar.
Yeah, so that's why I aware if whatever she have right now is for her, like in the future, right? She, like for example, she didn't learn, and don't think everybody who speak Mandarin Chinese is mean they are from China. My daughter is speak Mandarin, and she completely look brown.
She looks like a
brown, yellow, straight hair, big eyes.
Not straight hair. She has very curly hair.
Light curly, wavy like this.
Wavy.
Yeah. So you can go out, and you can go in Singapore and you can see the Indian or like Malay lady, and they can speak Chinese fluently.
Or dialect.
Yes.
Chinese dialect.
Yes. You are surprised. Yeah. So not because a guy who can speak Chinese and you will say he worked for the government in China. we all,
because of his looks, because he's fair, he looks Chinese but not Chinese.
But he Chinese Singaporean. That's obvious.
Okay, but it's very obvious that they were not listening because in his introduction he stated he's a Singaporean.
Right? Yeah.
He had like a few minutes to introduce himself, right?
Yeah. And this is one more thing I find funny because they would think like the company have to set him up to be a Singaporean or something, but he still come from China. And it's made me laugh. I'm living here 9 years and I still cannot get the citizen.
It's quite hard nowadays, okay, people.
And even I look like a Chinese person.
She looks like a 10 Chinese, yeah.
I told you, Singapore is not that easy. I not say this is mean they make your life difficult. I'm saying it is they very strict to take someone to be even PR.
It's selective.
Not even become citizen. So you don't think like you have some kind of money. Yeah, if you can reach like Dyson guy or like billionaire, then yes, why not, right? But if you don't have that kind of money, then forget about it. Forget about it. And you think someone that willing to pay money to get the citizenship for this guy to just go there to talk for 5 hours, I think they look down a lot too much about Singapore system. You guys need to learn more about what is that called again? What is that?
Geography.
Yeah.
Geography.
Learn more about that.
Actually, I would think that Singaporeans, I think precisely because Singapore is so small, we have so few natural resources,
Mm.
that the government understands that people are the best resources that they have. That's why a lot of effort is being spent into grooming the next
People,
generation,
yes, I agree.
education,
I
and
saw
things
that.
like that. Yeah,
Mm.
correct. I think that's the main reason, because we have nothing else to fall on. There's no oil, there's no gold,
Yep.
nothing. We have nothing except
Yes.
seawater.
Yeah.
That's all we have. We are
Yeah.
just a little island, but we have grown so much. And I think really thanks to the TikTok CEO that we have. Singapore finally is a bit more well known, because I think that trial was probably one of the most watched trial
Yeah.
by
Oh.
netizens.
And you know, it's like I like that so much, and it actually give my whole week off. I'm the person that
so
rarely
amused.
in drama hook, but that whole week is like I love the drama hook. The last 1 week I had, because it's just so ridiculous funny. It's so fun.
And
Like
then, you know, when they ask
even
for the
more
filter,
fun, even more fun than I watch comedy in my TV. You know. And the more I actually my brain did working when I listen, because I'm like, what kind of question is that?
yeah, and then
It's so simple, what?
and then if your friends ask you these are the kind of questions, you'll be like, are you okay?
Yeah.
You drunk or something, or
Yeah.
drugs? Is
Yeah.
it your drugs? You know?
Yeah.
But you cannot tell that to the judge.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
So-
which is weird because
It's even worse. You actually let the judge, you're like, are you okay? I see your Wi-Fi. Huh?
because the got one part when they asking about why he don't allow his children to use the TikTok under the 13, and he allowed that in US. Then I was like, yeah, because Singapore don't allow, it's not him. Even TikTok, Apple, any company enter Singapore, you have to follow Singapore law. Same like US. TikTok want to enter US, they have to follow US law. And not only US, any country in the world, not only US, right?
Yeah, true.
So in Singapore, yeah, it's right. I give my daughter a phone because she need to go out sometimes, but I need to call her by herself. It basically like dead phone, like Nokia. Why? Because the government set the system that whatever app that in Singapore under a certain age, you need to set request to the parent phone. So
Yes.
welcome to Singapore. And
Even
in this
to make
country,
calls, you have to-
in this country, you scroll TikTok all day, you will never see gun, you will never see drug, you will never see all that. You even see a policeman or the fireman in Singapore, or even the ICA to tell you what you should do to protect yourself. That's so cute, right? That's amazing. Like that's what they use TikTok for. So I don't get the question,
Yes,
because
and it was very interesting because he had to keep calm.
yeah, and because you cannot blame, like for example tomorrow, just assume you and
Somebody
me,
asked me to use my, but I slept them.
yeah, you just assume you my kid, assume, okay? Then tomorrow you go out, and then you use the app.
Yeah.
After you use the app, you become a drug dealer. Just assume that, okay? So is that the app's fault or my fault?
It's my fault.
Yeah, but your fault it come from what? From the country allow the app to show you that.
Yeah, but then you have another.
And
level
also
of
the
control.
parent fault
Yes.
that allow the baby to use the phone.
So
So-
country is level 1.
Correct.
And the parents, the
Yes.
teachers are another level.
Correct. So you need all these to combine together. So from the government fault to the parent fault to the teacher to the law to the rule.
guardian.
And then the last person who get hit should be the app, because the app do nothing. They cannot.
Correct.
So for me, it's a question you frame the way of like, you need to come to responsibility for my children behave,
Yeah,
because
it's like
I'm
the parents-
useless.
It's like parents go to the school and say the teacher
Exactly.
should teach the
Exactly.
kids manners.
Yeah. So
Are you
and you, if you compare and you say why he don't let his kid use, yeah, that's why he rich. That's why he be CEO of TikTok, because he got brain. He used brain to think. He know how to raise his kid. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
he allowed the US law allows the kids to use it. But
Yeah.
it's also up to the parents to put in
Correct.
place certain limitations. Obviously, as parents, you cannot do everything,
Yeah.
but there are some things that you can still do, especially if the kids are very young.
Yeah.
Okay. But I really love his. The thing I really love more is his composure. Because I hate confrontation.
Yeah.
I imagine. I just watched a few of the. I didn't watch the entire thing. I watched whatever you sent me and certain snippets because people always talking about the Wi-Fi and the filter with the eyes, right? Why must TikTok see the eyes? all these Akong and Ama, be serious. Okay? You got use before or not? You know, before you go for a trial, you should at least try it once on your child's phone. You get what I mean? Like, okay, let me try.
They don't like it so much that they
It's not about liking. For me, it's a responsibility. I'm here to question somebody. I need to do my homework first.
They scared they addict to that, like same like half of the country.
So anyway, all these Akong Ama, I cannot imagine if I'm sitting there. And then my face, I cannot hide. And then the person will say, "Oh, do you use Wi-Fi?" I'm like, "What?" And then immediately I'll go to jail.
Yeah.